Miami, Florida. The setting for a match neither of these European heavyweights ever intended to play. Just days earlier, England watched a late lead turn to dust, collapsing in a 5-minute window to lose 2-1 against a Messi-inspired Argentina. France arrived bearing their own fresh scars. Their attack, which had been the most prolific in the tournament, was suffocated into a clean 2-0 shutout by a flawless Spanish side. For both squads, the emotional tank was empty. They were physically bruised, they were mentally exhausted, and visibly lacking competitive fire that carried them through the previous month. They walked into the stadium hollowed out. Awaiting them was the third-place playoff, a fixture often treated by elite players as a cruel, meaningless consolation prize. But there is a shift in reality that only occurs in this exact scenario. This is the moment when the usual laws of the World Cup stop applying. In a final, teams are paralyzed by stakes. But here, the structural fear of a fatal mistake vanishes. Defensive caution is gone. When the collective objective fails, personal legacy takes over. Players fight for a manager's final send-off or an all-time scoring record. This environment, where there is no penalty for failure but massive rewards for personal success, replaces tactical rigidity with total chaos. Recognizing this lack of pressure, England manager Thomas Tuchel chose to scrap his conservative playbook. He abandoned the defensive low block that had defined his earlier matches in the tournament. Tuchel moved his side into a bold 4-1-4-1 formation, tasking Declan Rice with acting as the single defensive shield for the entire team. This setup prioritized overwhelming the French backline. By pushing 4 creative midfielders extremely high up the pitch, Tuchel left a vast expanse of empty space in front of his own goal. The offensive payoff was immediate. Declan Rice sparked the scoring with a solo run inside 3 minutes, followed quickly by a header from Ezri Konsa. Then Bukayo Saka took advantage of the exposed French defense, netting twice to make it 4-0 before the referee had even whistled for halftime. By dropping their defensive anxiety, England produced their most prolific 45 minutes of the tournament, leaving the French side looking completely defeated. Inside the French dressing room, the stakes shifted. They were 45 minutes away from a 4-0 humiliation in the final game of Didier Deschamps' 14-year career as manager. For Kylian Mbappé, the match offered a different incentive. He was within reach of both the Golden Boot and the all-time World Cup scoring record. When the second half started, the French collective tactical shape had vanished. In its place was a team operating on pure attacking willpower. Within minutes of the restart, Mbappé broke through the England line to cut the deficit to 4-1. That strike drew him level with Lionel Messi on the all-time scoring charts. The chase for a personal milestone did what team structure could not. It resuscitated a French side that had looked finished an hour earlier. The game turned into a sprint. Bradley Barcola scored to make it 4-2, and then Mbappé struck again with a thunderous left-footed finish, dragging France within 1 goal. That goal gave Mbappé 22 total goals across his World Cup career, officially moving him past Messi for the all-time record. England's response was frantic. Bukayo Saka drew a penalty and converted it, making the score 5-3 as he secured his hat-trick for the match. But the scoring wouldn't stop. Ousmane Dembélé curled a shot into the far corner, pulling France back within striking distance at 5-4. Finally, Jude Bellingham drove through the center of the pitch, shrugging off a challenge to slot home the final goal, ending the encounter at 6-4. The game devolved into an unstructured shootout because both teams stopped playing to defend and only played to score. When the whistle finally blew, the reality of the third-place match returned. There was no trophy lift, just exhaustion and bronze medals. But the results were historic for both sides. England secured their best World Cup finish on foreign soil in 60 years. France walked away with Mbappé's scoring record and the closure of the Deschamps era. This single afternoon produced more goals than most teams manage across a whole tournament. The final scoreline was set not by tactical cohesion, but by the personal drive of the men on the pitch. The third-place playoff is usually a game nobody wants to play. But in 2026, the combination of semi-final heartbreak and the removal of tactical pressure allowed something else to happen. It transformed a meaningless consolation prize into a 10-goal display of pure attacking talent that overshadowed the final itself.